Yo, what it do, y'all? It's your man Mike, Titan, the gaming savant, back with episode number 2 in my little 5-part series comparing and contrasting every player in every position in this game. Today, we got the power forwards, the next big men and women, I guess, in this case, on the block. We're going to be comparing Murdock and Sweet LuLu. Those are just nicknames I gave them because they sound kind of cool. So we're going to be going over the power forwards. We're going to go over the skills, their attributes, what skills they have, what weaknesses, strengths they have, and what I feel like which one is better to do as far as gameplay wise for the player. First, starting off, we got Murdock. Reason I call him Murdock, because he looks like he will fuck you up just for no reason. Like, you just look at him wrong or mention the fact he's not wearing a shirt and he will just do horrible things to you and your family. Starting off with the stats, he has 166 close shot, 102 mid-range, 51 three-pointer, 166 short layup, 128 long layup, 115 short distance dunk, 153 long distance dunk, 64 pass, 102 steal, and 192 driving shot block and jump shot block. Arguably, Murdock is the best blocker in the game. He's mainly a defensive power forward, but he can score on offense as well. Has 179 balance, or as I like to call strength, 153 rebound. Also, very interesting for a power forward to have this, 128 speed and 115 stamina. So not only will Murdock block the crap out of your shot, he's also fast enough to where he can move around and semi-stick with smaller guards and like shooting guards and small forwards as well. So Murdock overall to me is just a defensive player. We'll go over his stats in a second. You see he does have manual dunk, so he can score in the paint, but more than likely you just got this man just to wreak havoc and play defense. He has good rebounding for his position. Of course, it's not as good as the centers because that's kind of their main thing is getting boards. But you can still viably rebound with him. He'll rebound better than Lou, which I'll show y'all her stats in a second. But Murdock overall, he's fast. Great defensive presence. He'll block a shot. He'll block a jump shot. He'll block anything. You trying to throw something in the trash can, he'll probably go over there and block it just being petty. Straight defense for Murdock. Now, moving on to his skills. He has dunk at will, as I stated. Pretty much you just go towards the basket, push triangle, do a dunk animation. You'll notice if you play the game, he and Lou have dunk at will, but both their dunk at will animations are different. For y'all that have played Freestyle too, Murdock's dunk at will is kind of like a freestyle dunk on there. I forget the name of it, but it's pretty much just like where he goes up and just dunks the ball with two hands lightly and just lets go of the rim. Next skill we got up for Murdock is box out. Pretty self-explanatory. Went over it with the centers, get in position and get rebounds. Next skill we have here is manual block, and this is why his block rating is so important. Because he can block from side to side. For y'all that don't know, whenever you block with the character, you have to be right in front of the ball to get the block. You can't like be to the left of the character, be to the right of them and get the block. You have to be kind of in front of the ball or where it's gonna go. With manual block, this gives him the option that if somebody tries to do a manual layup to his right, you can push over on the left stick and the block button and he'll block it to the right. If you're doing that with the regular character, you would have to kind of try to run before the layup animation gets done. Next one he has is deny intercept. Essentially, you will hold the R1 button, which in this game is the face up button or the box out button, and you'll do it in front of your defender, and then he'll kind of turn to where he's like denying, like he has his back to the defender and he's kind of like has his hands up trying to deny them the ball. It's pretty much an animation that randomly activates when they're in denied defense. He'll pretty much put his body in front of it, then it'll become a loose ball. So this is very good as far as him being a defensive, and plus with 128 speed, he'll be able to stay in front of a lot of people. His next skill that we have is going to be screen body check. Essentially, whenever you set a screen with the R1 button when you don't have the ball on offense, you can move him left or right to try and catch people while they're running by. Now, on Freestyle 2, the game that this game is based off of on PC, everybody could do it. Apparently, in this game, they just made it to where only Murdock can do it. So whenever you screen with somebody else, they'll just sit there and you have to get your opponent to run into the screen. But in this game, Murdock can like move left or right and kind of try to, check people with the screen with his elbows and stuff. His next skill, block and catch. This is going to be a big one. This is essentially kind of like Big Dog's block pass, where essentially somebody will jump up for a jump shot or they're going for a dunk, and you just hold R1 in square and he'll essentially snag the ball out of the air it'll automatically be your team's possession and you can go on the offense from there. This is very good if you're very good at blocks and you can time them correctly. His last skill, which I'm really excited to see how this is gonna work in this game because it worked semi-well in the PC game, shadow block. Since if you read the description, he's going to be able to block people from behind. So if somebody drives by you and you got Murdock behind you, more than likely he's going to activate shadow block. And as you see, as you level it up, the angle gets better, the success gets better. I'm very interested because this was originally a center skill from the PC game, and now they just put it solely on Murdock. So that solidifies Murdock as being hands down probably the best defensive player in this game. His passive skill, which I actually like, intimidating face. Essentially, anybody that tries to shoot on Murdock, their shots are automatically going to decrease because he's just scary looking. If you'll notice, whenever you're playing the game with Murdock and there are people by you and a shot goes up, you'll see the words come in like, I think it says intimidating face. It says something, but it shows the debuff happening to your opponent where their shot decreases. So once again, this makes him a great person if he's playing against a shooter and they're just trying to shoot jumpers in him. He don't even gotta do nothing and their shot accuracy is gonna decrease. So that's a big buff for him. And then his last skill, which I think ties into the actual skill, is shadow block. I guess you unlock it from here, and then I don't know if it stacks with the other shadow block. It's a skill and a passive skill. I don't know if this is some sort of glitch where it's supposed to be something else, but he gets the block from behind. So that's pretty much where they're going from here. Now, going on to sweet LuLu, female power forward in this game. If Murdock was all about defense, LuLu is going to be all about offense. Looking at her stats, she has 153 close range shot, 153 mid range shot, which is very good for a big, 93 point shot, short distance layups 153, long distance layups 141, short distance dunk 141, long distance dunk 166, 90 pass, 77 steal, 166 driving shot block, 153 jump shot block, 166 balance, 141 rebound, 115 speed, and 102 stamina. So essentially, LuLu is the power forward that you want to score with. She has a very good mid shot for a big. That's well more than enough, 153 to hit open mid shots. 93, I've seen her hit plenty of threes from playing this game, so she may not be the most accurate, but she'll definitely be able to hit a few if you leave her wide open. Long distance layup, once again, I'll go over that in the small forward video of how that kind of works with the game, but that's actually very good for her because she does have manual layup, so she can lay up from a little bit away from the basket. And then her long distance dunk, so she'll get activated with her manual dunk, is very good for her. As I said, she's not the best rebounding. I think out of all the bigs, she's the worst rebounder. She has the worst balance and the worst rebounding, so you can kind of rebound with her, which is why she has chip out, which we'll go over in the skills in a second, which kind of helps her with her, lackluster rebounding stats. I would just say if you want to do defense, go with Murdock. Offense, go with LuLu because she essentially has all the tools to score. And we'll show here by looking at her skills. So once again, dunk at will, pretty self-explanatory. Go to the basket, dunk the ball. She has her own special dunk animation. And then as you level it up, you get more accuracy. Next skill, box out. Once again, pretty self-explanatory. All bigs got it. Get in position to get rebounds. Next skill, which is what I was alluding to earlier, that'll help her with her lack of rebounding, is chip out. Essentially with this, she will be able to go under the ball and she'll just like poke it up straight in the air and essentially try to grab the rebound off of that when other people are trying to get it. As you see, if you level it up, it gets more height and more angle, so you'll be able to do it faster, chip out higher, beat out other people trying to get rebounds with chip out. I've played against a lot of LuLus, and this is actually a very good thing to have with her because she probably, if you're playing against another competent big that can get in position to get rebounds, more than likely she's not going to be able to out-rebound them. So she'll have to use her chip out to kind of get the advantage of, okay, you're going to jump for the ball, I'm going to chip it out and then grab it whenever you're coming down from your jump because it got it out of position. So this is a very good tool to try to help LuLu get rebounds. Next skill she has is pick and move. I've tried this out a little bit. I have to try it out with when I actually get a team of people that I play with to test it out. Essentially, she will set a screen, and then if you hold circle and the left stick in any direction, she'll cancel the screen and move towards whatever direction you want. Essentially, think of it as either a pick and roll or a pick and pop. So she'll set the screen, and then you can, you know, pop, or you could roll to the basket, or you could pop out to the side or any direction. This would be very good if you got two people that like to run the pick and roll. She can do this, go to the basket, go to the 3-point line, whatever. Very, very good and useful skill whenever you're running a pick and roll offense with somebody that has the ball. Her next skill is manual layup. Pretty self-explanatory. You can lay up to the left or the right side. That's pretty much the skill. Nothing more really to go over about that. Now her next skill, which I'm very interested to try because this was a pretty well-used skill from all the pro PF players from FS2. Quick post-up turn, or as we like to call it in the PC version game, I think it's called post-up quick change. Essentially, think of it like, so imagine if she's at the free throw line and her back is to the basket and you pass her the ball, she'll do one of those things where she'll, like, I guess you could say drop step, but she'll continue her dribble and drive to the basket. So as you see, as you level it up, the speed gets quicker with it and you'll be able to do it. This is very good. This was a skill that was used a lot in the PC version from pro PFs that would use it and do fake outs and stuff with it. If it works half as good as it did in FS2, then this will be a very viable skill. Her last skill, this is another one I'm interested to see because I'm not sure what kind of spin it is a spin move. Essentially, from the description, she would perform a spin during a drive to avoid the defender. Now, there's a move in Freestyle 2, the game I keep referring to, the PC version of this game, or I would say the PC counterpart of this game, where you get a spin layup. Well, you'll essentially, you know, go to the basket and then you'll do a spin layup and then score. So I'm not sure if this is that, where she gets a spin layup animation, or where she just literally just spins with the ball and, you know, don't do anything afterwards. So interesting to see what that skill does. For her passive skill, we have Poised to Learn, which I think is kind of pointless. Rebounding skill increases after losing a rebound battle to an opponent. So yeah, if you get beat by an opponent, I'm guessing that means if you and somebody else try to go for a rebound and you don't get it, the next time that the rebound comes up, you'll get a stat boost, which I think is like, all right, I guess. I mean, it could work. I don't know how much more it'll work, but I don't know. I think it's kind of useless. Then her last skill is going to be Physical LuLu, which essentially to me, I think this is going to be Box Out Swarm from FS2. Move away from the box out and game position. Essentially, think of it as, let's say she's getting boxed out, she'll be able to like do rip and swing moves and get around the person trying to box her out and try to get in a better position to grab the rebound. But overall, like I said, LuLu is pure. I'm not gonna say pure, but mostly offense. Murdock is going to be mostly defense. So depending on which one you want to go with, me personally, Murdock is going to be my main because I feel like I like to play defense. I like to grab rebounds, block shots, you know, prevent people from scoring, and then you can kind of still score with him with doing the manual dunks and stuff like that. LuLu is cool, but I feel like LuLu is going to be an acquired taste in this game. I'm not the biggest fan of LuLu. I'll definitely try her out in videos and when the full game comes out to try to see what the full potential of her is. But me personally, I'm gonna go with Murdock. I like him way better than LuLu. Don't get me wrong, LuLu's not bad at all, but she's more offense. I just prefer more defense. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment. Also, if you have any questions about skills in the beta that you want me to go over or do videos on, leave me some comments below. If we get enough fanfare or traction, I'll definitely do a video on it. Anywho, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your man Mike Titan, and I'm out this piece. Gone.